guys. As you know, I have two vehicles, correct? I have a Kia Soul, and I have a this what I'm sitting in now is my truck, which is a Toyota Sequoia. So when I got fired from my job, I had to leave my Kia Soul in the parking lot at my job because I had driven my truck to work that day. But the Kia Soul was at another location, and I had the guys at my job bring it from that location to park it at my job. So, be that as it may, I left my Kia Soul there because I couldn't drive them both at the same time. So, my Kia Soul was there for about 2 weeks. Well, 3 weeks, I guess. And I drove my truck to the city where the city bus picks up people and drop them off, because they have several locations where I live. So I drove my car to the nearest location, and I hopped on the city bus yesterday, and I took it to where my job was, which I had to do some walking because they don't go like very close to where my job is. So I had to walk down the highway, cross over, which is like maybe what, the 7-lane highway, and I walked over to my job and picked up my vehicle. And I bought it home, which was the Kia, and I parked it. And I just said, well, hell, where I parked my Toyota, I would have to go. I'm going to walk to, this morning to get my Toyota, which is like, I say about 3 or 4 miles. So as I'm walking to get my my Toyota, right? And it's a nice day. I didn't mind walking a few miles. It was a truck pulled over to the side of the road. I didn't know they were pulled over for me. I was just walking along, you know. And so when I got up on it, I was like, are you waiting for me? You know. And the brother, who was Chocolate, it was 2 of them, he was like, yes, can I give you a ride? And I was like, oh my God, you know, because I'm not surprised, but I am, because, you know, we have this C virus thing going around, and people are told to keep their distance. So I accepted the ride. I have to say I accepted the ride because I thought it was very sweet of him to, you know, do that, to offer me that ride. And I've already sanitized my hands after I got out the car. But anyway, we conversated a little bit. I told him how much I appreciate him doing that for me. And I said thank you like maybe 3 or 4 times. And I just thought it was very sweet of him. I really did. And when I got out the car, I thanked him again, and I said, I love you guys, you know. You know, I don't have a problem with telling another black person I love them, because I love my people, you know. And I said, you did your good deed for today. Anyway, I just thought that was a beautiful story. So I'm sitting here in my truck. I didn't even start it yet because I wanted to talk to you guys. I was watching this girl on YouTube this morning, young girl. And I watched her before, in the past. She wanted to travel to every country in the United States and outside of the United States. She wanted to travel the world, and she gave herself like a time limit. So she has traveled the world, right? And she was giving her opinions on each country that she visited and stuff like that. But then she goes on to say, she started becoming apologetic about how she feels about different races. And I was like, why, oh why, oh why do black people feel they have to apologize for how they feel about different races? We are the only race on this earth that feel as though we have to apologize for how we feel about other races, where other races don't give diddly squat about us. I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. So I wrote down some topics I wanted to touch on. So, number 1, black people with YouTube channels, they are forever apologizing for loving their own people. Why the hell do you feel as though you have to apologize for loving your own people? Why? I mean, because white people love white people, Asians love Asians, you know, Hispanics love Hispanics. I don't understand why black people feel as though they have to apologize for loving their own people. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand it. No other race apologizes for loving their own people but us. I don't get that. Okay, and then we had black people apologizing for not agreeing with homosexuality. Okay, not only are you apologizing for loving your own people, but now you're going to apologize for not agreeing with homosexuality. Really? I don't agree with homosexuality, and I don't agree with apologizing for loving my own people. I do not, and I will not. I don't care if it's politically correct or not. I'm, for one, I am not politically correct, and I don't give a fuck, okay? So I want black people to stop apologizing for every goddamn thing on this earth, okay? If anything, everyone on this goddamn earth are benefiting from what our ancestors have done for the United States. Everyone and outside of the United States, okay? So please stop. If anything, they should be apologizing to us for their atrocities. And then we had black people in social media saying that I love every race. They want to make it clear that they love every race. Oh, I love white people. My best friends are white. Oh, I love Chinese people. Oh, I love Puerto Rican. I mean, what the F? You love all these races because you're trying to not step on anybody's toes. You want to be politically correct. So you're going to say, I love every race. You look stupid and you sound motherfucking ridiculous saying you love every race. Every race does not love us. As a matter of fact, no race loves us. So would you please stop saying that dumb bullshit? And if you really feel that way, then you need to shut the fuck up altogether. Black people with long hair. I have a strong hate when black people who have like long hair, which a lot of us do, you know, they act like it's abnormal for a black person to have long hair. And it's not. A lot of black people have long hair. A lot of people have hair down, black people have hair down to their ass. You know, I have family members that have hair down to their ass. So it's not so unusual for black people to have hair down to their ass or to their shoulders or to their back. I mean, just Google Africa, okay? You get a better understanding. We don't all look the same goddamn way. And it's sad that I have to say this, because it should be common knowledge to us as black folks that we all don't look the same kind of way, okay? Just ridiculous. And another thing, black people, okay, when they have long hair, you know, the first thing they want to say is, oh, I'm part Native American. That's why my hair is long. Do you know how fucking ridiculous that sounds? How stupid it sounds? How ignorant that sounds? So you're contributing your long hair to being part Native American? Number one, there's a small, minute chance that any black person has Native American in them. So small. I'm not saying that there aren't black people who that have Native American in them. A lot of black people are Native American, actually. Okay? Because I, for one, don't believe there's any such thing as Native American. When Columbus came here, you know, from my understanding, he didn't even come here first. He thought he was here, but he was actually in the Caribbean. All right, he wasn't even in the United States. He was in the Caribbean when he first came. He thought he was in America, but he wasn't. And all he saw was black folks in the Caribbean when he came there. And then when he came to the United States, he saw black folks, but he thought they were Native American. He didn't know what the fuck he was looking at or what they were. Okay? So there's no real evidence of there being Native Americans in the United States. The only evidence that I've seen is that black folks was all over the United States when the Europeans started coming here. Okay? So I want you to stop blaming your looks on Native Americans. You don't know. Okay? Like, again, I'm not saying that there aren't blacks that have Native descendants. What I'm saying is that it's a very small chance. Another thing, Native Americans didn't give a fuck about y'all black asses, if there's any such thing as Native Americans, okay? They enslaved black folks, okay? So stop worshiping and idolizing Native Americans. They don't give a fuck about you, never did. All right? And it's a very small chance of you having Native American in you. You have more of a chance of having European blood in you than you do Native American blood in you. Okay? So stop contributing long hair or high cheekbones to being part Native American, okay? Stop it. Do you realize that we have billions and billions of black folks in Africa, okay, all over the continent of Africa, who have long hair and who have high cheekbones and who have beautiful brown skin? Do you realize that? So why the fuck can't you say, when somebody say, oh, your hair is so long, why can't you say, oh, it's because I'm African? Okay? You guys are so fucking slave-minded and taught to hate yourself that when you get a compliment, you want to blame it on some other race that has not a motherfucking thing to do with you. That's sick. Okay? Stop saying it. If someone was to tell me, oh, your hair is so pretty and your cheekbones are like really, really high or whatever, or your skin is so pretty, I'm going to say, hey, shit, I'm African. I'm African. It's a lot of us that are beautiful. That's the first thing I'm going to say. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I got this in me and I got that in me. That's why. That's like saying that, oh, there's no beautiful Africans. You know what I'm saying? Like, Africans can't have long hair or beautiful skin or high cheekbones. I think a lot of y'all need to do your fucking research, because I've seen a lot of beautiful, beautiful black people on the continent of Africa. Beautiful. Okay? Some with hair down to their ass. All right? Some with cheekbones up to here. I mean, what the fuck do you mean, are you part native? Fuck that. All right? They don't claim you. Why the fuck are you claiming somebody who don't even fucking claim you? Stop with the bullshit. All right? Stop it. Black people with long hair are always trying to blame long hair on some other motherfucking race. I don't want to hear it no goddamn more. It's ridiculous. I do not blame. Let's see. Okay, of course, you know this is not my natural hair, right? But I do have a good length of hair, right? And my father has high cheekbones, as you know, and I believe that's who I inherited high cheekbones from. And never once have I thought that I was part Native American or any other part this or part that. I will tell you in a millisecond that my ass is African, okay? It doesn't matter if you've been to Africa. It doesn't matter if you was born in Africa. I am a descendant of Africans, and I'm very proud to say so. I think they are beautiful, strong, wonderful people, okay? So when I see Negroes talking about they part of this race and that race and this race, I'm like, shut the fuck up, please. Just shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear it. All right, people, it's getting warm out here. Before I started my walk, right, I took and put on all this warm ass shit. This is my hood. I wrapped my hood around my neck a couple times, and I'm sitting here sweating while I'm talking to y'all. So what I'm going to do is start my car. I miss it. And I'm getting ready to, I'm going to go to the liquor store, get me a box of wine. I got the red wine that I was drinking yesterday. It doesn't taste as good. It's very bitter, and it leaves my teeth purple. So I don't like the taste. I think I'm gonna throw that box out, and I'm just gonna go get me some. What was I looking at the other day in there? They had some. I can't even think of the name of that wine. It was pink wine though, but I forgot the name of it. God, I can't even think of the name. But yeah, I don't like dark wine. It's just I can't get with the taste. I just can't. Oh, shoot. Let me put my glasses back on so I can see. Yeah. I just want to send a shout out to my daughter who's not at home with me. Tell her that I love her. I love her with all my heart. And I miss her with all my heart. And I like to give her a nice big hug. and I hope that she's safe during this time. And she's always welcome home. You always have a bed inside my house. I love you, baby. Yep. No matter what we go through, I'm still your mother and you're still my baby. I still see you as my baby. All right? Nobody can come between that, okay? I have a special bond with you. You know, you're like my right arm. So no matter what the hell we go through, you know, it's temporary. It's not permanent. I love you forever. And I miss you a lot. And your baby sister misses you. And we want you to come home and see us. Okay? After the C virus. We don't want you bringing us anything here. But yeah, baby, I love you and be safe. And come let me cook for you and baby you up and love and hug you, okay? All right. Take care, everybody. Toodles.